Hello everyone, I'm Greycloak, thank you for joining me, and welcome back to episode 84 of Factorio with the Space Exploration mod, where we are just getting started on a train network in space here. And we have a problem that we need more construction bots, I think. Because that should speed up all of this. And we also just have to make other improvements to make all of this faster, basically. And we need roboports to make it built. And we need them to not get into my inventory. But maybe we should just allow it to fill me up first. And we also have some other things to consider. And honestly, while we wait for this to finish, I'm just going to continue in here. So let's say that we wanted to build an outpost making iron gear wheels. Very simple, very small, no problems. Hopefully. I am just going to do the math for this, because this, I think, is going to be our first outpost. Our first base, whatever we want to call it. Station. Square. City block. Something. Gear. So if we want to make a lot of these, we don't have to consume a lot of them, we just want to be able to produce a lot of them. 4 red belts is not that much. I'm going to make this my default for now. Unless we want to use space manufacturers. Since they're almost 10 times as fast and can have more modules. Wait, can we not use productivity modules for gear wheels? Is that always the case? I don't know. So maybe we don't care about it. I just want to see how many we need of these. 6 compared to 48. But I think I prefer just the look of bigger setups with more machines, even if it's weird to say. But I also want to... No, this is such a small setup. We don't have to use speed beacons or anything. So pin this. 48 machines. 8 belts of iron plates in. 4 belts of gear wheels out. Which means if we scale this for just 1 belt of output, we need 12 machines. First of all, red belt, not yellow. And 2 red belts of input. And that should be it. But if we want the belts to be full, I guess we add a little bit extra. Just for those inserter problems. We do use 4 belt per second, 5 belt per second, so we do need fast inserters at least. Output I think is good though. And are we going to design all of this with substations instead of power poles? Nah, I don't think so. At least not a simple setup like this. So that's 1 belt, 2, 3, 4. And this can be scaled and whatever we want to do with it. We can easily have 8 belts, 16 belts if that's what we want. But to begin with, we just do this. And maybe we even put it in the middle. Do we think we need to scale this at some point? I mean, there's not really a reason not to make it more easily scalable. We don't need it that far out though. We want a little bit of unloading space. So something like that. I think in general I want unloading to be from the bottom 3 stations and output to be at the top. But we'll see how that goes. I'm sure I will get annoyed with that at some point. Now, how do we unload? Do we use warehouses? Or do we try to balance stuff in chests? I'm just going to use warehouses. And we should have a thing here that can mostly be reused. Except we need to upgrade it and basically run it the other way, and it's not using loaders, which we should, I think. Do we not have a blueprint for that? What? Oh well. Now, I forgot already about the problem I was talking about when first going in here. Or not the problem, but the dilemma. We could import iron into here, but iron comes from a planet. So we could also just shoot iron directly to here into a cannon chest. And we could even do that in multiple spots if we want to. Or we could push a lot into one chest. The alternative to that is having one of these. And of course that is now locked. But yeah, just having one of these being a loading station for trains, receiving resources from planets, and then going to where they need to go. So we had to unload it here. And I don't know what I prefer. I think... well, I would prefer doing a lot of these if logistics with the cannons were a little bit easier to manage and less prone to error. But we would need to send a signal for this specific city block. And that seems a bit annoying. Why can't I figure out where the signal thingies are? Because they're here. So yeah, we would have to measure these chests and output a signal. For each of them even. Unless we just collected it all in one. And I mean, we could just do one. It's not that big though. But that's 8 belts of output. And that would have its own signal. That's not too bad. But then everywhere where we need iron plate, we would have this. Instead of a train coming in, yes. So we reduce our train requirements. But I think the overall work for me is greater with this, and the potential for errors. So that is something to consider for sure. Hmm. If we just had a common station. So this would be iron plate station. We can have multiple chests that have their own signals, probably. On this, they just output into a warehouse, and then we measure that instead. And have a signal for that. Still think that would bring a lot of problems with the signaling of cannons. But then we would just load trains, we could have multiple stations. We could have multiple resource stations in one of these. So load iron up here, copper plate over here, something else and something else. The problem with this, that is we need to be able to handle a lot more trains in one location. So it will be a bottleneck, sort of. And we might still need more than one of these, just scattered throughout the base. I think to begin with I want to try this with cannons. Which means we don't need an input. And we just need to manage the one signal. Do we still want more storage than this though? This is not very flexible. How fast can 8 belts unload this? 8 by 30 is what? 240 per second? So that's 2.4 stacks per second. 10 seconds we have unloaded more than half of it. So yeah, it would at least empty out very fast if we were using it full speed. Whereas if we had one of these just unload into a warehouse, nah. Buffering isn't that great in practice. It just sounds great in theory. At least in my opinion. How can I not count to 8? Because I didn't see that one. Something like this. And measure that. And we will set that up. Is this what we want? Also, do we just want this up here close to output then? I don't know, but we will go in here and do it. I think. We do need a bunch of scaffolding for this, of course. So I guess it is time we actually re-enabled scaffolding production. And we are going to be flying around a lot, so we need more fuel. Can we use nuclear fuel for our jetpack? It seems a bit weird if that's possible, but I want to try it. Also, is it wasteful? Oh, I still have these. Because robots bring them to me, because they're kind to me. Yes, they're being consumed. If I sit down now and take off again, I guess we would have just wasted that one fuel though. I want to see how long it lasts. Can we see that in here? Nope. So it does last pretty long, but again, if we set off and land a couple of times, we will have used several stacks of these. That is not the case with rocket fuel. So we stick to rocket fuel, I think. For the jetpack, at least. Is this done building? Not really. So do we still not have robopods available here? Nope. Because of small electric motors. Let's up our limit of those in the rocket as well. So in here, small electric motors. 2000? 4000? Sure. We should soon start producing all of this in space. That's the goal at least. So this won't keep being a problem forever. Also, we should of course send that rocket, because otherwise we don't have anything here. Let's just do it. Still have almost 2 half warehouses. That's good. If I have turned that off and we allow the robots to take my robopods. They should help a lot more. And again, I think I need to help in a little bit of a different way by just taking robots, fuel, and scaffolding. And then running around in these buildable areas. We could also include in these builds some buffering chests, which would help greatly. Oh, life support I forgot about. Get back here. Also you two. Thank you. Almost out of that. But we have more, that's great. This is still not a great experience. Maybe we should just split this up into several steps. So one that puts down the scaffolding, one that puts down roboports, and then the last doing rail. Would that make a difference though? It would mean that I could do everything but the rail. Including roboports, which would still speed up a lot more. So I would have to bring power and roboports as well. But I think that would be okay. But now that we have that down. Still empty space in the middle. I am just gonna put more robots in there. And now there's no needed scaffolding anymore, that's good. So now the robots should finish the rest over time, but it's just so slow. And I'm not sure what I think about that and how I would like to fix it. I mean, why are not all the robots working? Because some of the roboports are still being brought, I'm sure. And we still don't have enough roboports. Yay. Someone bring a stack inserter, please. Okay, it got there. Okay, but we can start with our gear wheel production. So this stuff. I am having such a hard time figuring out how to do this. And yeah, we already need more scaffolding. We need to figure out our loading here. Which could just still be standard loading. So basically something like this. I think I still prefer this over alternatives. Sure, but we need scaffolding for that. And yes, it would be really helpful if we weren't trying to conserve scaffolding, but I am too scared of running out, I guess. I'm just trying to keep all of this as copy pastable as possible for now. But this should work, right? Yes. Maybe this should have been included in the blueprint. I don't know. Also, we need to consider our fuel station. But I'm just going to continue this because I need to not get distracted too much. Space rail. Maybe we should have done these calculations based on space rail rather than red rail, or red belt, sorry, not rail, which we can't put up here anyway. Oh dear. I can't undo stuff in here without undoing it out here, I think. But if we just redo the calculations for 45 per second, 18 machines. If we go up to 24, we have a little bit of an overhead. We need to change the belts from red to... Dang it, you can't do that. So we have to just undo all of this, and you can't even fast replace it. Dang it. Well, we are just going to make one of these setup and then copy paste it. These can be fast replaced, but not the belt. That's annoying. Or something like that. Okay. We don't have too much gray belt though, but that's okay. Are we going to run this all the way to the left? I think we are. Something like that. And again, potentially we want more train stations. But again, I can't predict everything even though I wanted to. So we're just going to put this down. But we need a lot more landfill. Scaffolding, sorry. Not landfill. Station doing this could also be good, but that would still... Well, I'm producing all this on Norvis for now. I don't want to keep doing that though. It's only the things like iron plate that we might as well do on the planet. Since it's just one extra processing step and we don't need both resources anyway. Well, we do need a little bit of iron ore every now and then, but... So yeah. What are we needing here? Mob belt, is that true? Yes, apparently we've used several thousand space rail already. Holmium is low. Have I made a mistake here somewhere? Shouldn't we have a chest? No, a cannon chest with holmium. We do? Okay. We're just not getting any more, so we need to figure out what is wrong with that, I guess. Coal, of all things. We ran out of coal. I didn't expect that, to be honest. And there's just no good coal patches around. Whoops, apparently you can't just search when opening that. Yeah, only very small patches. So what to do about this? We could deliver coal by cannon, I guess. At least I think you can. Yeah, we can. And we should be able to do that without needing to go here, I think. But it's not like we have a lot of coal back on Norvis either. Well, maybe we do. And we're not using that for power anymore, so I guess that's not a problem. But we would be exporting it from here for now. But I think that's okay just to get things going again for now. That can't be connected to the same signal though. So I think this is a bad idea in general. Let's not do this. So yes, we don't get any more rail before we get coal to Tianio. And that should be our priority then. Can I just have a warehouse where no junk is being put in, please? For my stuff specifically, that would be awesome. And then we're just going back to Norvis. We have so many of these. Because we're launching rockets, of course. I need to take care of these at some point. But we should box them up. Or what is it called? Stack them up. Let's just start doing that. And then request them back over here. Oh, but we can't request them into a storage warehouse because it'll just be brought back and forth then. I guess we can just try to remember to come up here, have a look, and bring these back with us. Because we are going to have a lot of compression on them, so we can have most of them just in here every now and then. Yeah. And with that, I'm just going back. Emergency, go. I forgot to leave my suit up there. Okay, so we have been talking about bringing more construction bots to space because they need to go far, and we don't want building of our rail network to be too slow. Honestly, just build a lot. I can bring more of those. Oh, coronal ejection. We should be defended against that. It is taking all of our power, and it's running out of power. I guess we had 10 hours to get this ready, and then we just put it down and forgot about it. And of course, it's right in the middle of a base. Why wouldn't it be? Can you go somewhere else, please? Before you die. This is fine. That is not fine. Dang it. Feels like they're targeting me specifically. I think we might have lost a train and we need to fix that now. Dang it. I was just trying to stay focused and get the stuff done that I needed to get done. So that goes to space at some point. Is it done yet? No. Well, we need more power. Also, having drained all of that power, are we just black out now? No, it is just being consumed by this. Okay. And apparently that takes priority over everything. Which makes sense as long as we were protected, but we weren't. 1.1 gigawatts. But it says we can produce so much more. Well, not much more, but 0.3 gigawatts more. This can take 10 megawatts only. What? Base draw is 10 megawatts, but increased based on the strength of attacking beams. So if it can defend against 1 gigajoule, it should be taking up to 1 gigawatt. So why wasn't it defending us if it got 1 gigawatt through all of that? What? Oh, we can only defend against 500 gigawatts, but then again, didn't it stop protecting us? Does it say how much power was in the attack? It's 20 hours until the next one, and I'll forget that before it gets here. It doesn't say anything about it unless it's in here. Should only need 500 megawatts, sorry. It's lasting 2 minutes, so we need a lot of power, yes, but I do not understand this. Is it just not very efficient? Is it taking a lot more power than it can defend against? Can it only... No, it takes 1 gigawatt, so it shouldn't be a problem with that. I don't understand. Oh well, we'll have another destruction in 20 hours, I guess. For now, we need to fix the problems caused. We have power now, yes. We need a bunch of rail and stuff. Yeah, whoops. Keep hitting buttons. Actually, we don't need a lot of rail, because it doesn't do a lot of damage to rails. We just need a lot of repair kits, belt, inserters, chests. How about we go around with repair kits first, because I can't get a good idea about what we actually need otherwise. So here and here, yes. We will need more power soon. So this is all back up and running. No problems. Good. Down to the other one. Anything we can do to lessen the load on robots? We can replace build. Whoops. What? No, this. Honestly, just get the robots going. We'll manage. Good. We have a glass outpost. Shouldn't we stop producing glass here so stone and concrete and brick lasts longer? Well, brick we already stopped as well. I think we should. Good. Did we lose trains here? Apparently not. So this one is coming. Let's see if that needs repairs. And I guess we might as well get this down here as well. You don't need repairs. This is just brick, not stone brick. Where's brick? Out here? Okay, we have a stone brick base as well. Oh yeah, we cut that as well. Okay, never mind me. I just don't remember a lot of stuff. Good, so this is repaired as well. Then I guess it's onwards to Tianio to get more coal into holmium smelting. Unless we want to use the updated recipe. Because we don't need coal for that, we need pyroflux, but I don't think we have pyroflux on Tianio at the moment. Did we need anything in orbit though? While we're here, and I might remember. I need more robopods, but we're producing those, so that shouldn't be a problem. Just out of curiosity. If we want to make iron gear wheels and we try to put these in, we can put productivity in. It's just not possible in space. What? That is nonsense. So we would get more gear wheels out of producing those on the ground and shipping them by rocket. I wonder if that's a general thing that you can't put productivity in space manufacturing thingies. It probably is. But why? Now I have to consider doing more rockets then. For gear wheels and similar. Dang it. But unfortunately, that's all we have time for in this episode. So thank you all for joining me, and I'll see you next time. Bye.